Welcome to Infamous Roleplay. I am the Godfather, Luke P. With me, the Deputy Director of this glorious community. I'm with our Director, Martin D. Big Boy Plays. So, what's up, Martin?
Hello.
We wanted to do a brief video kind of showcasing our community, what we're about, things that makes us unique, and then kind of just talk and have fun while doing that, if you will, and kind of show everyone some things that we have that's unique, some things, and talk about some things that's coming. Um, as you notice, I have this beautiful carbine on my back. That's kind of something that is a little unique. We do have the ability to grab this off my back and then slap it back on my back. Those are little tiny dev things that we're doing. We also have pistol. You can holster your pistol, put it back, grab it back out of your holster. We have full EUP, and I'm bringing up the EUP menu. I'm bringing up the EUP menu right now, just so that you guys can see, just different uniforms that we have. Of course, that's BCSO. There's a SWAT uniform. All of our state police. This type of different little things that we have. Of course, you see Martin in his short sleeves state police. And then, of course, we have our PD uniforms, casual, motorcycle, winter, uniform, long sleeve, and the academy. I was rocking out the BCSO short sleeve uniform. Here's our cars, our Leo department cars. I've personally made these cars myself. This is our state police. We kind of take the we took it off. We took it off CHP, didn't we, Martin? We just had our own twist.
Yeah, it's had our own little twist to it from what I saw. I mean, it looks a little, it catches me off guard a little bit because I'm so used to seeing something different on the sides. That's not what I get. I get that. But
Yeah. They look great. I mean, they get the polar bears and some of the vehicles, and of
yeah, they look
course,
really good.
our sheriff cars. I mean, they're completely unique and custom. I haven't seen a pack out there that's been designed like this. And of course, our PD skins. No one uses this. The skin that I found out there. These are all custom made and designed specifically for us. Your name just popped up here. I'm gonna take your name overhead off. But yeah, I mean, we have our own custom map. I'm just kind of just showing everyone the zip codes, and of course we have our own custom CAD. I'll try to bring up the CAD for you guys really quick. You can see kind of what our CAD looks like. Simple CAD that everyone's accustomed to, that everyone's used to. But Marvin, why don't you talk about the community itself and kind of what makes us different, backgrounds, whatever.
So coming from different communities, um, a lot of people know where we come from. A lot of people know at least where I come from. Um, and coming from that aspect to a whole new community aspect is a bit of a jump. I mean, in any large shakeup, it happens. But what makes us unique is the fact that I'm not here to I'm here to give back what I had in the very beginning, which was um, a place for people to go and a place for people to enjoy the roleplay as it is and as it stands. Um, when I first started out role playing, that was God knows how long ago. Um, I had a community where I felt as just like I could belong somewhere, and that's what I want to do with IRP. I want people to come and feel that they're welcome. The RP style is more geared towards persistence than anything. Um, the whole life aspect and the whole scenario based aspect, kind of just we wanted to do a little something different. The struggle in and of itself, but we make it work. So you have persistence in your character, a person who can continue a little life of theirs as they would, and still have fun with it. Um, and that's the ultimate goal. At the end of the day, I'd rather have people to have fun. And the group of individuals that are here, I have strong hopes for this community, going far, and yeah, I that's pretty much what really sums up this community. Is I plan on I planned from the jump, and myself and Luke here sat down, and when we decided to do this, we didn't decide to do it just, just because we could say we were, directors and a deputy director of a community. We set out because we believe that we can give back to a community that's given us so much, at least for me. So that's the ultimate goal at the end of the day. And that's pretty much where we're going to go.
So talking on the basis of persistence, most people and most communities don't know what persistence is, and how we're kind of tying that into our community. Most of the communities, of course, so where Martin and I come from, and like many other communities, you go in and you apply online and you join a department, and you go through your training, and you get in game and you start patrolling, you start having fun, you create relationships, but it becomes the same kind of stagnant RP. And with persistence, it gives you the ability to see a character in game and know that I know who that is. And I'll pull up, one of my characters right here. This is Donnie Suggs. If you go to any cop in this server, people know who Donnie Suggs is. They know he's a baller. They know he's from Grove. They know, his past history. At least most cops do. Obviously, the newer cops that's in the city or even in the county that's stopped Donnie before, they know a little past about him because he's done X, Y, and Z. And that's where the persistence comes in, to make it a little bit more unique, to where it's not just a, hey, let's go in the game today as a civ. And we all have done it. Martin and I have done it plenty of times. You say, okay, we go in game, and what are we going to do today? Are we going to, run some drugs, or are we going to do this scene or whatever? Well, having the persistence, and don't get me wrong, scenarios still exist. I mean, that's anything that you do. Just going to a 24/7 is it's a scenario, it's a scene, but the persistence is you hold the life of your character, you give it a backstory, and you don't just go out there and die for the purpose of just dying per se. You know what I mean? And that's what I think makes us a little or a lot unique. I don't know what your thoughts are, Martin, but like the best times that I've had in game is when we've had these long drawn out scenes that I've done over the course of like several days, where like the same characters are involved, and it's cool, even as a Leo side, knowing and stopping someone who I thought was like they were maybe involved in this particular incident that I was investigating or whatever it may be, but I knew who they were, and I was like, oh, Roger, I know who you are. Like, what's going on, bro? Your car matches the description, but I know you. I know you couldn't do this, and but your car matches the description. Talk to me. And they know me as the officer, and it was oh, it's it's Stady Luke, or it's Sheriff Luke, or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? Like, it's Trooper Luke or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? Like they know who I am as the RP character goes, and you don't find that too much in communities. You find the same. You know what I mean, Martin? You find the same shit
You
over and over
find,
again.
yeah, you find the same mundane thing, and at the end of the day, you're you control, and that's what we give. We give the ability to you control your character. Whether that goes to jail is dependent on you. Whether that and you're held responsible for actions that you do, and that's what gives persistence a form of life. Is you're held to your and not only is your rank a dictation in your ability to do things, but and your what's it called, cannot find the word for it today. You find you're pretty much, you control whether or not your character goes to jail. You control whether or not what your character does that day, and what is the goal you want to do.
Well, also whether he
Um,
dies.
Whether he dies, whether he lives, and that is pretty much the grand scheme of everything. It's a little easier. It's a little easier in game, and the actions in game dictate more rather than us explaining it all, because you'll learn a lot more and you'll learn a lot faster coming in game and patrolling than you will 20 people telling you how it is. I mean, you'll get a general idea and you'll somewhat know. And people and people say that, oh, that's RP style isn't for me, and oh, this and the third. Again, coming from communities that had a different type of style of RP, especially ones that were for a long time, um, I can tell you that it's very cool to see that. It's very cool to have your characters play out and see what happens. You know what I mean? So that is all that with with the civilian and the roleplay side of aspect. To find out more really just is more of just you coming in and applying, um, and being accepted and coming in and seeing it firsthand. If you're skeptical on it, and if you're you know if you're somewhat like, or on meh or on the fence, why not give it a shot? What's holding you back? The fact that and if you come in and some people like it, some people don't. Some people get the hang of it in like a week, and you're hooked on phonics style. So you're in for life pretty much. So
While you were talking, I was just kind of pressing the K button and showing kind of player inventory. I took a pistol out and I placed the pistol in the glove box because the vehicle has its own inventory system. And we're doing a lot of unique development things that some communities have out there, but we're making it our own. Um, we're going to be able to, store like I was just showing you guys while Martin was talking there, of storing weapons in the glove box, hiding it, dropping the weapon itself, so it's not on your person anymore. As a Leo, you can go and search the vehicle itself for inventory, search the trunk inventory, see what's there. Um, and we have a dev team that's phenomenal coding on this. A shout out to Slavko himself. He is, and the entire dev team that we have is working hard on bringing new advancements to the community for members to have unique experiences. We have so much in the works. That's and it's all going to be in game. There's no outside forces to the character creations to a new customized CAD, MDT system to inventory to money. And don't get me wrong, people that is familiar with money in other communities, you've seen ESX out there. We're not doing ESX. It is our own custom built framework that is built from the ground up, that you will be able to, you know, have money. We haven't decided yet. That's the thing about the beauty about the community is we're growing and we want to take feedback from the community and its members. That's what I personally think, Martin, that makes us different is it's not just what you want or I want as directors or as any of the admins want. It's the feedback from the community, the ground up of saying, hey, you know, I think we should implement this, and getting the kind of a synopsis and you know, or whatever you want to call it, you know, just feedback in general to say, okay, is this an improvement to our servers that's going to be widely accepted, and going to be used? You know what I mean? So that's something that you know, I think makes us stand apart and different than anyone else, to be honest with you, because we're not in it, you know, we're not here to make money. We're here to have fun. You know, we're here to have a good time, have fun, make sure our community members are having fun. You know, anytime, you know, we see this all the time. We see people join a community and leave a community for another community or whatever, and we don't want that. You know, we want people to have an actual home to say, okay, hey, you know, I'm a part of Infamous, or as we call IRP. You know, we want people to join Infamous and to have a good time with us. We have unique things. We have unique graphics. We have a phenomenal team that has, I don't know, a combined, you know, 50 years experience of role playing. You know what I mean? Like, if you put it all together, it's something that, you know, I think communities like ours that are still small, that videos that we're making right now, we want to promote out to everyone that say, hey, join us and experience it for yourself. And every department needs members. We want to grow. Now, do we want to grow, Martin, and become this entire huge conglomerate? Maybe that will happen. Is that the goal? Right now, the goal is to find good people, I think, right?
The goal is to find quality people. The goal is to find quality people who are here to want to be here and to enjoy what we're making. Is really the ultimate goal. And like I said, you know, it gives back. We want to give back to a community and to a base that's given, at least, like I said, myself so much. And you know, that's why I do this. I don't do this for myself. I don't do this because like I said, I don't do this because I can say that, oh, I'm the director of this community on any of the YouTube channels that I make or any of the Twitch streams that I make. I can do whatever. Oh, I can do whatever I want. You know, but I do this because I want for people to come here and have a home. And yeah, I mean that's really, at the end of the day, that's really what we want.
We hope you guys enjoyed this little mini episode about Infamous, what we're doing, what we're trying to accomplish. Stay tuned for more videos from Martin and I to come. Enjoy.